Let's talk about Evergreen. What's going on at Evergreen College? Wow, man! Like, it's just looking in at what's going on at Evergreen. It just looks so crazy. It just looks crazy. I mean, I have a son. He's not anywhere near college age, but you could not pay me to send him to Evergreen. Like, if the tuition was reversed and they were going to pay me for my son to go to Evergreen, I wouldn't send him. It looks like an insane asylum. It looks like a cult. It really does look like a cult. And one reason I say that is because it seems like people who are in the cult, to them it seems normal. But to virtually everyone from the outside looking in, it just looks insane. It's like if you were in a cult and and then you bite the head off the gopher and drink the gopher blood and offer it up to the space gods, and it's something that you did, and then it would be, that's of course. I mean, how else we're going to get the space gods to come down and bless us with ultimate power? We got to, offer the blood of the gopher, but then anyone looking out from outside looking in would be like, what? What are you even talking about? I think that's what it seems like when I'm looking at it. It looks like the people on the inside, it all makes sense to them. Like even the faculty there and the staff are signing letters, in solidarity with the kids who are kidnapping them because one guy said he didn't think you should kick the white people off of campus and that phenotype or race should not be a reason to divide people, and because of that he's a racist, and all white people and the white staff is systemic racism, and therefore the students should take over the campus and demand that the staff will now only hire people of color, whatever that means. I have a video on that if you'd like to see, talking about how much I hate the term people of color. To them it makes perfect sense. And then the people on the outside are looking in and they see, you got to wear Nike sneakers and drink the Kool-Aid so that when you kill yourself, you go to the comet. That's what it looks like from people on the outside. And the people on the inside, for some reason it makes sense to them. I saw this one video posted by the students. I guess they thought that it justified their position or something, but a camera goes into it looks like maybe it's a staff room at the university, and there are a bunch of students. First of all, there are a bunch of students outside, and they're saying that we can't let the staff members leave, otherwise they won't give in to our demands. And then a camera goes into what I guess is the staff room or the administration office or something, and a bunch of these professors or administrators are all sitting around a table, and they have to ask the students permission to be led to the toilet, and they have a discussion about whether or not the university should pay the students who are keeping them captive, because in order to keep them captive, the students are missing their work that they're using to pay the university. So the university should compensate them for the missed work, the work that they're missing in order to hold these professors and administrators captive. I mean, how is that less crazy than drinking the Kool-Aid and wearing the Nikes so that when you kill yourself you can go up to the comet? How is it less crazy? I guess it's a little less crazy, to be honest. It is a little less crazy, but it's in the ballpark. I mean, it's in the ballpark. It's in the ballpark. And People say that it's like that the inmates have overrun the asylum. And I think that's I think that's a valid way to look at it. But it seems to me it's almost as if the doctors and the staff in the asylum have taught the inmates that the staff and the doctors are invalid, or that their authority over the inmates, the insane people in the asylum, is invalid. It's like they've taught them that that the inmates should be running the asylum. It's not that the inmates have forcibly overthrown the staff and and have taken over the asylum, and the staff need to take it back over. It's that the staff has taught them that theirs is the rightful place to be running the asylum, and that because of, I guess, that the most of the staff and administration are white, that they have no ability to tell non-white students that they shouldn't keep them captive and kidnap them. They don't have the ability to say that. It's just so nuts. And I wonder, it can't only be at this university. This sentiment, it's bubbling over here, but it has to be at so many other institutions. And we're just seeing this place that it's bubbling over here. We saw it with the whole Halloween incident at Yale. I think that was Yale. Man, just crazy. So I don't know the way out for this. Like, it seems like you can't even fix this. Like, you can't. If you sit down and try to use logic, they're going to say that those are tools of Western oppression. Logic itself, tools of Western oppression against people of color, and they don't want dialogue. They don't want. It's just that they're right, others are wrong, and they're going to use force because they feel justified. And what's so funny is that this is like the same mentality of the people who are blowing up ancient Buddhist statues in Afghanistan. Maybe they've already blown them all up. That this other worldview is invalid, and our worldview is valid. And because we are so righteous that we don't have to even try to listen to other people, if what they're doing, if we deem is wrong, then we just eliminate it. Like another story of taking down Confederate flags from a Civil War museum. That is exactly like burning ancient Hindu scriptures when the Muslims invaded India, or when the Europeans got to the ancient Mayan civilizations, which had already, I guess, declined, but there were still libraries and things, and they burned all. It's the same thing. I don't know. It's just so weird. It's so weird. And I saw the interview on Joe Rogan, Brett Weinstein, I think, and he seems like a really good guy. Like, I like him. He seems like a good guy, but I think he's in denial about his role in the way these students turn out. He says he doesn't like capitalism, and he thinks that he thinks that communism is the way to go, and at least he doesn't think that we should overthrow society, or at least that's what he says. I don't know. Just weird, man. It's just really weird, and I'm scared about the future, because these kids in university, they're going to go out in the world, they're going to get positions of power, Maybe not these kids, but kids who've been indoctrinated with similar views, it's going to be scary, man. Scary times ahead. However, if I even do a, passable job of raising him and teaching him about personal responsibility and work ethic, he's gonna just eat these kids alive. So at least that's one positive thing. He'll probably be able to outperform these kids and do well. But anyway, thank you for listening, and see you in the next video. Bye.